Hi friends, today I'm going to discuss about the SQL Server agent roles on Msdb. Normally we are getting the request from the application side. Application user want access on SQL Server agent. They want to execute their application jobs on on SQL Server agent. So we need to understand which role we need to provide it. So we'll describe each role separately. So I have designed one table, very good table. There are three roles: the SQL agent user roles, reader roles, and the operator roles. Right. So I have created one table based on the roles specification. Right. So you can note down this table. Actually, this is very helpful to keep the remember. So each roles having the separate, the specification. The basic level roles is the SQL agent user roles. If any application users asking for the they want to create their own jobs, you can provide the basic level roles, right? User roles. So I would suggest go with that table to understand the each roles. So here I'm going to here I'm going to show you the live demo. So I have a user, I have a login test. Let me connect the test, the SQL instance tech01 through the test login. I have connected. I can see there is no SQL agents, right? While I'm connecting this tech01, I am not able to access the SQL agents. So let me modify the roles. So go to the test, you logins, right click properties and the user mapping, and grant the access on Msdb, right? So once you click on Msdb, here you can see those three roles, the user roles, reader roles, and operator roles. So as I said, the basic level roles is user roles. These roles you can give of any application user who wants to create their own application job. It will not impact any other jobs. So I am connecting with this. Let me refresh this instance. Now I am able to see the SQL agent because I have provided the basic level roles, but as you can see, I am not able to see the in other jobs because I don't have the access on other jobs. If I create the jobs with this logins, then only I can access, modify, or whatever I want to play with own jobs, I can do it, but I cannot play with other jobs. Let me grant some extra privilege. I will give the this time to the reader roles. Let me grant the reader roles. Let me click OK. Now I have granted on Msdb reader roles on the same test login. Now if you click on jobs, you can see the other jobs as well, right? But you cannot start and stop the other jobs, right? If you see the table here, what level of action you can do, you can see in a table. If I do the start, it's failed actually. Sorry. So you need to understand through this table. If you see the start stop also, you can do with your own jobs. Yes, you can see the list. You can view the properties of other jobs as well on some so you can see the properties, you can see the job list. If you click on properties, yes, I'm able to see. Yes, view the properties, you can see the properties as well, right? Job history, you can see the other jobs history as well as the own jobs and other jobs history, you can see. Yes, I can see the other jobs history. So these many things you can do. Now I'm going to grant some extra privilege. if you see here now, I'm going to granting the operator roles. This is the maximum level of roles. If the login having the operator roles on MSDB, you can do whatever you want to do with your jobs, right? If you see, create, modify, delete with on jobs, view list history with all jobs. So if you start the jobs now, if you are not owner of the jobs, also you can able to execute the jobs. Yes, it succeeded, right? But if you see the properties, you are not owner of these jobs, but you cannot change the owner. Yes, view history also you can see with this access. So these many things you can do if you have the operator roles, right? But this is very risky. You cannot provide, on application user to operator. You can only keep the basic level privilege if any application user want to execute their jobs on SQL Server agent. So user roles you can give it. That is the basic level of roles, right? So these are the most important roles for SQL Server agent for any users, right? So I think I have designed this table to better understanding. You can write down this table, and it's very easy to keep remember in mind through this table way, right? Here one important things, the change ownership you cannot do with any. See, it's disabled, right? You cannot change the ownership. So through this way I have covered this agent roles. So in the next video I will come with another topics. So hope it's cleared the SQL Server agent roles. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.